They flipped the B doors. They finally did it. We 1.6 boys. We playing with the B player outside of the bomb site. What's up, guys? They flipped the B doors. They flipped the B doors. Now, as an old school 1.6 player, this makes me extremely excited, and I am quite happy with this change because the B bomb site was just like really bad in trying to retake, and like, yeah, I had an old video showing you how to retake it, or like some things you could do to retake it, but you could never clear any part of the bomb site before entering the bomb site. So if you remember when the doors were reversed, you couldn't clear the left side, and if you wanted to clear right side, you're basically peeking into really hard angles, and it's just like super tough. And you can't really clear anything from window that easily because it's a headshot angle, and again, people can easily peek you as you're coming in, and you can't watch everything at once. So with the B doors being flipped, this means you can play outside the bomb site and just catch people running in from left to right. So you would take a shot here, or this is probably easiest to demonstrate with an op. You can hold an angle like this, right? You're like kind of worried about someone trying to sneak jumping onto the box behind there, but you should be able to catch like part of their body. You just hold an angle like this, take the first shot, come here, let them cross, take the next shot, and then if you want to try to hit this cross shot right here, you can. You know, classic op style, and you're defending the bomb site while being outside of the bomb site, which is a little safer because usually you'd be on the bomb site and whoever is the anchor is gonna end up dying because he has to fight here, 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 and eventually he's gonna get overrun unless he has really good support from his teammates with good flashes like that or like this. Now what this bomb site layout implies is that you can run 3-on-1 setups and very easily pivot towards mid to help out mid if they start busting through mid door. You can have a player in CT spawn playing something along the lines of this, or even close door. This might be a little bit better even though you get mollied here, because this angle right here is relatively exposed and you're heavily relying on your mid player to not die and not lose mid for free. You can also play 2-on-2 setups where you have one anchor on B, one pivoting between outside B, getting ready to support the B player, while also being able to pivot towards mid. You'll have a mid player that can very easily rotate towards A, that'll play around CT spawn, or maybe close mid doors as well. One thing that I mentioned in the retake B video from a long time ago, and I'll link it in the description, is the Kevin smoke. You used to aim right here, and it'll bounce through the doorway and land here. Obviously the doors are flipped, so you can't do that, but because the doors are flipped, that means you can actually clear anyone holding tunnel, holding this line of sight right here. So let me draw a ray, right? This is going to be the line of sight for T's. So you could take a peek right here, and from here you can actually start clearing out the left side of the bomb site before even committing. It might be a little hard to fight someone that's like actually hiding behind closet right here. I'm not sure if this gap actually lets you see them, but that's an idea. And if you can't see them even, you can maybe try to... Oh, you can't actually wallbang it. Well, if you can't wallbang it, you can always molly it. You can always molly like that, throwing it off the hood of the car. And this will clear the left side of the bomb site before you even start retaking. Like, you can actually hard clear this with the utility and then move into the bomb site with a flash and smoke tunnel, or, you know, do something like that, and then start retaking the bomb site. So you basically, it's like cutting the bomb site in half, where you can take one half and then commit and take the other half. So I'm going to update the Kevin smoke because since you can relatively reliably clear car and to some extent the left corner here, you can move a little bit more to the, I guess, here towards the scaffolding, and then throw your smoke against the door frame there. And if you want to like hard clear this corner, because let's say you don't have a Molotov, you can come here and then swing out this way and clear these corners like for sure while you have the smoke up. I'm pretty sure this is like, you can see someone if they stand here. Possibly, maybe. But anyway, you can actually come out here, hard clear these angles, and then start worrying about the site. Maybe you want to throw an extra, like if you have a molly and a smoke, maybe you want to throw the smoke and molly here instead, but you know, do what you want. You also could smoke tunnel, obviously, with the same lineup, with this thing here and that knob there. But again, you're slightly more exposed to these angles here, so you need to clear the left side and then clear the right side if you are CT retaking. And then I realized it's not terribly safe to cross here without a smoke. So how are you gonna get here without a smoke? Well, I found a smoke. So you're gonna line up this part of the truck here, so it's flat, stand on it. And you're gonna aim along this line here against the vertical part of this thing here. That's the most descriptive thing I've ever said. But that's also an alternative tunnel smoke, which gives you time to cross to the scaffolding area here. Like, yeah, people can still play in the open here, but like, you think people are really gonna play there in the open, where they can get shot at with no cover? So this line meets this vertical line right there, aim right at that intersection, and jump throw. This is 128 tick, of course. Now on the T side of things, entering the bomb site is going to be the same up until the point where you have to peek the doors. This angle is going to confuse the hell out of a lot of people, but as someone that has played 1.6 a lot, I'm very used to this death run right here of getting into the B bomb site. As you can see, I am super exposed from outside the entire way until I'm like on the bomb site itself. So you're going to need to be able to smoke the B doors somehow, some way. Obviously, you can just peek and clear. You can try to flash like this, or something like that, or make the opper miss his shot like this. Or you can throw the B door smoke. I think this is it. So, making this part of the pillar flat, aiming at the tip of this wooden plank here that's diagonal, and then up until your crosshairs touching the beam above it, the wooden beam above it. I'm sure there's a better one, but this is one that I found. So this blocks of vision, obviously. Don't mind that cast array. So you can come here. This is smoked off. Someone could be standing like in a random spot right here, of course, but you know. Oh well, one and done, right? So you can learn that and just throw it before you hit B every round, assuming you're not like full on eco rushing, or you just throw this and then eco rush. Now with this smoke, you can actually get onto the B bomb site a little more easily. You don't have to make the death run of the opper being posted outside. And then you play your normal post plant. The main difference being you can hold this angle here, especially if you have an op. Just hold something like this. Alright, get ready for that headshot angle right here, or for someone peeking you high, so I would not double scope. So hit this or hit that. You could play here, although you're a little exposed. Just make sure someone's watching your window. So obviously if I'm holding like this, I can be seen from there. So you would want someone to hold something like this. Or you could play under window like here. Or here. And that'd be a good post plant. I suspect less people are gonna play here because this is a really awkward like angle to fight. This could be a cheesy spot too because you can actually catch people going into window. You could also play here and then swing out randomly and try to catch someone off guard with timing. This car spot is probably not going to work anymore. So good luck with that. Just make sure you're looking for it. And everything else about the B-bomb site is the same, like plays the same way. Big difference being the door. And just making sure you're watching the door if it's not smoked. You don't have to just like, or you can't just play super passive and wait for them to come out. You actually have to be a little wary of these angles right here. But yeah, everything else is the same. I'm excited to see these, to see a new Dust 2 game, a game on the new Dust 2. Low key, I honestly think if you wanted to watch B defenses, you can watch 1.6 videos. If you can find a random clip of a 1.6 defense of the B bomb site from outside, then you'll have an idea on how it'll play out. And I'll try to find one and link one in the description as well. So, thanks for watching.